What we have here is the Fangshi Curvy Copter Extreme or Extreme Curvy Copter. That's what it's called on the HK Now store. It's a stickerless puzzle with a matte finish. It's similar to the Scuby Copter. And you'll probably notice that by now on the HK Now store and other stores they have a Scuby Copter with these cuts right here that go down the center. That's called the MF8 Twins Cube version, which is very hopeful that there will be another version, possibly one that acts as a 2x2 and a curvy copter rather than a Scube and a curvy copter, or who knows. But I want to review this puzzle and give you my thoughts on it, and it's a really cool puzzle. I think it turns really well, especially this cube turns no problem there at all. The copter turns are good. Little bit of trouble I had was the jumbling moves, but as you can see it works pretty well. You know, once everything's lined up, it works well. The first thing I noticed about this puzzle were these cuts right here, which is really cool because what that means is you can turn it like this and make a Scube move. And so that's cool, and that actually leads to a lot of interesting combinations. As you can imagine, this puzzle gets really bandaged because not only do you have this new cut, you can still do this. Oh, sorry about that. Just line it up there. Yeah, you can make these moves like you could on the Scuby Copter. And so with the combination of being able to do that and then also go along this new cut right here, it's a really cool puzzle. As you can see, when I do that cut and then set up for the next move, these two pieces look like they're fudged together and it gets really complicated. One of the hardest parts about this puzzle was getting it back to shape. Once I got it back to shape, it wasn't as difficult as this, because also what makes this puzzle unique is the fixed centers, and it's lacking the corner piece that this has, and obviously too it's not a plus, so you don't have those smaller centers to deal with, which makes it an easier solve. You don't have parity, and yeah, so how I solved this? Well, first when I scrambled it, you know, I made Scube moves, I made copter moves, and then I you know, I did some jumbling moves like so, but I kept its shape as long as I could, and then I started doing some shape shifting, and then I did the I started shape-shifting it like this. As you can see, when you do a lot of this, it becomes really bandaged and it looks like an absolute nightmare. That was quite the challenge, is just getting it back to its shape. But once I got it back to its shape, then I solved it by first matching up these pieces, which are equivalent to this diamond right here on the edge. And I matched those up. It's pretty straightforward and intuitive. You know, I'd line up a couple of pieces and just, you know, I'd match them up together, turn it, put it back. Pretty straightforward how I did that. And the next thing that I did was I placed these centers so that they were in the right scheme. You know, I had white, blue, red, green, orange, and yellow on top, and then I paired these up like you would these two little squares or diamonds on either side right here. I paired those up, and then I put in these, and then I just did some helicopter moves and solved it. So I highly recommend getting this puzzle. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.